It's a Saturday morning, and I think this is the perfect opportunity to have a video update of the garden. We'll start off with our potted plants. Here we have our velvet apple, our rambutan, we've got our strawberry, and as you can see, our strawberry is actually having flowers. Strawberry plant. This here is a peanut, Virginia peanut. That's the flower. Right beside it, we have cilantro. In front, we have a sweet pepper, the big red sweet pepper. This is a celery growing right in front of a bamboo. You can see the label, the bamboo. This is a red plum. It has gained a couple new leaves, not much. It's a slow grower. We have a tomato back here. This is the black cherry tomato. So I have a wide variety of tomato plants that I am growing. The reason why I'm doing this is to find which variety grows the best here in our climate. I've started a couple seedlings in a pot that's nearby. These seedlings include the brandywine, chocolate stripes. There's also another black cherry. And here we also have a couple starts. These are pepper, pasilla bajío, Casper eggplant, and the chocolate beauty pepper. We have our kinep. Kinep has really been pushing out some growth. Then we have our ackee, but mixed with our ackee is a dragon tongue beans. So you can see some of the beans. They're hanging there. They're already ready. At this point, we can eat the beans. They're pretty good, in my opinion. Quite juicy. Have great taste, and they're stringless. These are my aloes. Then we have our dragon fruit cactus. So it has grown significantly from since when I got it as a cutting. Of course, to make sure that it doesn't break, we tie it up. Right next to that, we have a sweet pepper that's growing below a basil. Then we have our mommy. So I did needed to give it a little cut back on some of the leaves. That's why it's looking like that, but it's fine. It's already sending out new growth up here. So it's gonna be fine. Over here we have another peanut. This is my second Virginia peanut. So what the peanut does, it sends out the flowers. Once the flowers are pollinated, the flowers fall off, and it kind of creates like a little stem that goes into the soil, and that's where the peanut is created. Next to the peanut, there's also another dragon tongue beans. Right there, you can see one of them already producing. So now I've been working on a project to improve the entire backyard and front yard, the entire yard on a whole, to start producing food everywhere. So you can see we have covered most of the yard with soil. I've started planting some seeds, getting things starting to grow in the front. As we walk out, this is supposed to be a bed of okra. all the way to over here. We have also another aloe vera. So this is the male aloe vera that's supposed to get really big. And over here you can see some of the okra has already begun to sprout. They're still young and small, but hopefully this entire area will be for okra production. Over on this side, I have not planted anything else yet, for the exception of these 2 tomatoes that I had extras. I just decided to pop them in the ground here, and then if you can see, that is a young pak choy. Then we also have the sweet potato vine. So the sweet potato vine, it doesn't produce actual sweet potatoes, but it does produce some flowers, which attracts pollinators, and it creates biomass, which eventually I can cut it back and use it for mulch. And then of course the avocado. So the avocado, we didn't think it was going to come back, but as you can see, there is so much new growth coming out on this avocado. It had shed all its leaves, and it's sending out a whole bunch more. So it's coming back from the dead, basically. So you can see there was a vanilla vine that was growing on the avocado. It must have felt very exposed. Over here we have an Inga edulis. What is that? It's the ice cream bean tree, I believe. It's supposed to produce some pods that have these white fluffy beans that's supposed to taste very nice. I don't know how it tastes, but I'm hoping it grows so I can find out. Down here, that I'm just noticing, I had stuck in a grape cutting, and it looks like we're going to have some grapes. Some more grapes. That's exciting. I've been trying for quite some time to propagate grape cuttings, so if it works, then that's good. Over here we have our soursop. This is one of our soursop. He's looking fine. There's a collard here that's been pretty much mostly eaten by the caterpillars. I can't really find any use for that, but I'm just leaving it there. Let them eat it. It would be a sacrificial plant. This is my next mulberry. So this mulberry apparently is a different variety from the mulberry that I've been getting mulberries from. Why do I say that? Because the leaves are different. As you can see, these leaves, they're different compared to these leaves, which are just one full shape. So this is my next mulberry tree. This guy, he's gotten really big, so now he's the biggest tree in the yard. He does have a few mulberries on him that should be ripening up very soon. They're already starting to turn red, so it's just a matter of time until they're ready to harvest and eat. I will be giving the tree another pruning pretty soon, My prunings are mostly to control the size and to control the shape that the tree will grow. I'm liking the shape, but it is getting a little bit unruly. Plus I want to see more fruit production. So down here we had a random flower. I don't know how the flower is supposed to look, but it is getting ready to send them out. That's where the flower is supposed to be. We have another dragon tongue bean here. This one isn't looking as great as the next ones. You can see it's probably got like nutrition deficiency. I'm not sure what nutrition. Then we have a mango. So before I had a really good performing mango, but it succumbed due to an infestation of thrips, and I also believe due to me overusing products that, well, neem oil essentially. An overuse of neem oil can actually kill your plants. I'm hoping to replace the mango eventually with the preferred mango that I want, because that one isn't looking too good anyways. So this one now, this is another Inga, another ice cream bean. Both of the ice cream bean plants are growing fine. Now we have our raspberry bush. I have been wondering when this raspberry would start producing, and to answer that question, it already is. You can see, that is the raspberry flower. So the flower came out, it's been pollinated, and then, okay, I found an actual flower so you can see. So that is the flower. So it's been pollinated, the petals have fallen off, and now we just wait for raspberries to grow. There are a couple more elsewhere around the plant. Here's another one. If you can see it, yeah, there we go. Okay, and so that's going to float and turn into a raspberry. Then I can eat that raspberry. Now down here we have kale. This is the Tuscan kale. You got some here too. This one is looking really nice. Tuscan kale, also known as lacinato kale, dinosaur kale. You got a whole lot of names for that. Then over here, so what I did here was I did a mixture of sorghum, dragon tongue beans, and mammoth sunflowers. So you can see whatever looks like grass is the sorghum. These are the mammoth sunflowers, and these are the dragon tongue beans. Over there, or fever grass, or hay grass. I mean, fever grass or lemongrass as they call it. And then we have our cacao. Cacao has been doing fine. It has been putting out new growth all the time, really. So down here in some areas, here and back there, I did plant some ginger. So I believe those should be sprouting soon, and it's going to give this area more of a tropical look. It already does look like a tropical area, so that's going to blend right in. Down here we have a small pineapple, a Suriname cherry, and then we have our cocoyam or taro. This is a root vegetable. Definitely one of my favorite plants, simply because it looks awesome. Then we have our what is this? Our plantains, two plantains. The third one at the back. Then this is our next Suriname cherry bush. This one has already spreaded. Has already spread, and it's getting some size. And then another pineapple. So now I came to this side so you can see the asparagus. I did thin out the asparagus, so it's a bit less than before. There's only 11 of the plants in here now. Then right here we have the apples. The apples are starting to really catch up. Here we have the moringa. Tree of life. Then we have our next sour sap. So this sour sap is doing better of the two. Two of them are doing good, but that's doing better. Have our amaranth. I don't really worry about the amaranth because that pretty much grows wherever it wants, so I just leave it. Then we have our black beauty eggplant. It's got a flower, so we'll probably be seeing more eggplant soon. We have our sweet pepper, the bell pepper. It's got flowers too, and also some new growth. Oh yeah, we'll be seeing some sweet peppers real soon. Then we've got jalapeno. So this jalapeno, it's already got jalapenos coming out pretty much everywhere. Baby jalapenos. This guy's a very prolific producer of jalapenos, so we can expect a large supply. Got our next mulberry tree. Now I gave it a very drastic prune back, but mulberry trees, you can do that and it's going to be fine. You can see new buds already starting to push out. They have no objections against pruning, so go ahead and prune it like crazy. Papaya, not looking the best, but there they are, papayas, not looking the best. Then we have our neem. The neem tree, actually they grow really good in this area. We have some more sunflowers. They've been here a while already, so they're starting to close up shop. I've got a tomato growing towards the fence. Here is our next strawberry. This one also has flowers. Looks like strawberries are gonna be very prolific. I have a Lincoln pea. This is the pea. And then a star fruit from seed. And of course, the grapevine. The grapevine that has been spreading ever so far. Down here, got some more tomatoes. There we have our yellow pear, have the Costoluto Genovese, some arugula, white cherry, azoichka, next arugula, jubilee, black cream, and other beans. It's growing up. That one is growing differently than the rest. I believe it's a different species, different variety. Have the crabbo. Then we had some volunteer tomatoes. I didn't plant these tomatoes here, but they started growing here. And they're actually performing very well, so I'm going to leave them. Right next door, we got some small papayas, which is going to form a papaya circle. Got some marigolds, and then we have a sweet habanero pepper. In front of that, we have what is supposed to be a Burgess squash. Then we have a couple sunflowers. These are the Autumn Beauty sunflowers, the small ones. To the back, there's mammoth sunflowers, and then in the middle there is a mung bean. Also over here, we have 3 sunflowers. Then of course, our pineapple. That's the pineapple doing its thing, growing and stuff. Then we got a baby pineapple plant that's actually starting to grow from the base. And I believe these are supposed to be other pineapple plants as well. Next door, cucumbers, 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 cucumber flower. And right below, a bunch of garlic. 1 garlic, 2 garlic, 3 garlic, 4, 5 garlic, 6 garlic, many, many more. Then we have more sunflowers. Yep. Oh, so it looks like a peanut has decided to sprout there as well. I got some more okra. 1, 2, 3, 4 okra. Then we have corn, sweet ambrosia corn. You can see the corn silks are already starting to come out. And then we have the corn tassels. Since it's 1 or 2 corn, I might have to come and hand pollinate. Then we have a mung bean down here. You can see these are the pods that the mung beans produce. I'm going to leave them to dry so I can harvest some mung beans and then plant some more. So this space is supposed to be mostly for beets and arugula. You can already see a couple of them. If you look, that's some beets, some more beets, some more beets, and some arugula. So we're in the front yard now, and these are cantaloupes. Cantaloupe, my second generation of cantaloupes. Got some more beans. Cantaloupe, cantaloupe, beans, beans, cantaloupe, cantaloupe, beans, beans. Over here, we have more cantaloupe. So the front yard is basically gonna be filled with cantaloupe. However, there's also going to be a border that's supposed to have a couple sorghums, and then there's 1 watermelon. There's a couple more. So you can see this is how the front yard looks now. This is our walking path, and all over on this side and this side is gonna be filled with plants. It's gonna look great. Then on this side we have more cantaloupes, peas in the middle, another pea, more cantaloupe, and a pea over there. So over there we're also gonna have tomatillos. Oh, then over here we have our mandarin. And on the opposite side of this bed, there's going to be a lemon. These are more sunflowers, as well as other types of flowers that I just scattered seeds for. I can identify a marigold that's beginning to grow, and I can also identify cilantro. Quite a few cilantro that I scattered in here as well have started to grow. So we're gonna have sunflowers and cilantro. Then we have our bougainvillea. This bougainvillea just keeps growing. Last but not least, we have the pride of Barbados. Recently, last week, I had to give it a big prune back because it was too big. But now, it has good shape, good size. But growing along with this pride of Barbados is this guy, which is a tamarin. Going right alongside the pride of Barbados. So that's it for today's video update. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you watch for the next time. Happy Saturday. Goodbye.